What is up, everybody? It's your boy Delos. So today I got a RDC, or Rebel Devil Customs, Ford Focus Android head unit. As you can see here, looks like the Sony navigation unit that comes in the Ford Focuses, or some models of the Ford Focus. Now you can see, obviously this isn't pushed back or anything like that. There's some wires back there yet that need to be finished up. I just wanted to give my quick thoughts about this radio. Now granted, I ordered this February 24th. It is now March 14th. And the reason being is I did order it when it was Chinese New Year. And their supplier, the Rebel Devil Customs supplier, was on vacation. Now, I only have two gripes with this radio. Two things that really bother me. First is these buttons right here. Well, let me see if I can. These buttons right here. Source, radio, the power button. These ones right here. This one, the eject button, the Navi, and the dim button are all one color. Okay, which is fine. But they don't change. You can change them between two colors: white and blue. Now granted, the dash colors are like a teal, and it's not the right blue at all, but it is advertised that they are RGB. They are not, in fact, RGB. So that is one thing that bothers me a little bit, but I can live with it. Now the other big thing, I mean, it's not really big, but it does really freaking bother me, is this panel here. This panel has really bad viewing angles. And if you have a Ford Focus that has the... Now, I've never been in a Ford Focus that has the Sony navigation or anything like that. But this one, when it is fully, like, you know, let me push it in here for a second. Anyways, when it's fully back, it's pretty far back, okay? It's kind of weird. Now, granted, this isn't in the right way. Well, I can't really tell in the video, but the viewing angles, for me, yeah, there you can kind of see like the discoloration and stuff. I feel like if they made the screen sit a little bit more level with the front of the dash, like it sits like this right now. If they moved it up just a teensy bit, like an inch, I think if they angled it up an inch, it would be perfect. Like, this head unit would be perfect. I am like blown away. This is like the coolest head unit I think I've ever bought, and I've bought a lot. You know, it's really responsive. You know, there's no issues with that. The brightness is perfect. You got clock. You got, you know, a lot of cool features. You know, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi. It's got two USB ports on the back. It takes a micro SD card, which is underneath this right here. Right there. I put one in there. There's one right here. It does have a map card for the GPS, which goes underneath this one, which it's right there. I'm not going to touch it because I don't really have good luck with doing that kind of stuff. Steering wheel controls work like right out of the box. Everything's plug and play. You literally don't need anything. It works. Even my rear view camera, well, it's going to be white because where my camera's mounted, the license plate light's right above it, so it looks like crap during the nighttime. Everything works. Now granted, my rear view camera is aftermarket. If you have a Ford Focus that has one already in it from factory, you do need to go on Rebel Devil Customs Facebook. I'll post the link in the description. It'll explain how to wire that up for you and everything. Now, it did come with a bunch of other things. It comes with, you know, a CAN bus adapter, antenna adapter. If you have the USB port that's, you know, in here, it comes with the adapter for that. It comes with the a bunch of stuff. It even comes with the speaker. If you have sync, it comes with the speaker, because sync uses the center speaker. It comes with that speaker, so you don't lose that center, or so you don't lose that sync functionality. Now, I don't have these parts in the car at the moment. They're in my shed. But it does do a lot of other things. Like, I just have an SE that had the base radio when I bought it. But, you know, it tells you when the doors are open. Right now I have the Torque app in here. So I apologize for all the fingerprints. I've been messing with it for a couple hours now. You know, I have the Torque thing here. It isn't connected at the moment. Oh, there it goes.
Caution, icy conditions.
I mean, it's insane. Like, I love it. Like, all my gauges are there. They all work. These are just the major ones that I want to see. You know, you press source, goes back to the home page. You press radio, it'll play the radio. You know, it's just, this is not my music. Gonna mute that real quick. It takes sub out. It takes all your preamps out. Now, I don't know the voltage of the preamps. That was one thing I did have a question about, but it didn't seem like anybody could tell me. I will say that with this head unit, I can turn my bass knob down almost the whole way and still hear the bass, which was my other one, my other Pioneer one that was like $750. I had to have that thing almost cranked the whole way up, even messing with the settings. So, I mean, it's obviously pushing what it's supposed to be. You know, this head unit's awesome. It doesn't come with the vents on it or this trim. That's something that you got to put in. And then on another note is that when you are installing it, let me see if I can find one because I already cut them off. There's these little plastic pieces. That's not it. That's just something else. There's these little black plastic pieces. Can't find one right now. I must have thrown them all away. But there's these little black plastic pieces that go across here on each side. Now, I guess that's just to brace the plastic that's right here because it is very fragile. You do have to cut those off before you can put these vents in, or they will not go in. They will not go in. The fitment is fine. It clears it perfectly fine. You can see right here, just, you know, it's clearing it. The only other thing is with mine, these buttons right here do work. I don't have them hooked up right now because my wire is so short for some reason that I have to have, like, basically where it's at, I have to stick my hand in that little square, this little piece right here, pretty much. It's not very big, but I pretty much got to pull it out like another inch and squeeze my hand back there to plug it in. Other than that, this thing goes in plug and play. Literally plug and play. Unless you have an aftermarket amp or, you know, your aftermarket camera or your backup camera or whatever, it is plug and play. Like, you literally don't have to splice anything. I had to splice in my amp remote wire and my camera wire, but that was it. It does have instructions right here, user manual. The only thing that's I wish they would, you know, improve on is, you know, it is a full color catalog. It's a full colored manual, which is awesome. You know, I love that kind of stuff. But there is no install instructions. So if you don't know what something is in your box, this isn't going to tell you at all. Nothing. It tells you nothing about how to install it. None of that kind of stuff. I will say that Mike from Rebel Double Customs has been extremely helpful. He's been awesome, you know, since I've ordered it. I was kind of hesitant because of the price. It is $350, I believe, $360 maybe. They have two different versions. This is the 8-inch version for the 2012 Plus model, 2012 to 2014, I believe. And then the 2015 up is $10 more than this one. And then it is $99 for shipping, which, I mean, when it does ship, it gets here really fast. Today is Wednesday night. It's 10:30. It shipped on Monday from Hong Kong and got here today at around 5. So that's pretty crazy, and it's pretty quick. But if anybody has any other questions about the head unit, feel free to comment below. If I don't know the answer, you know, maybe Mike does, but, you know, this head unit is pretty cool. I'll definitely be posting a you know, a week use thing or a month use thing where, you know, I basically say, okay, I've used it for such and such amount of time, it's awesome, blah blah blah, or it's not awesome. I paid for this out of pocket, so my, you know, opinion's going to be unbiased. It's going to be whatever I think about it. Well, that's it. That's all I got to say. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.